Motivation. What does motivation mean to you? To almost everybody, it means to have this feeling that you're ready to go, you're on fire, that you can crush the day, and that almost everything that is an obstacle just seems to magically disappear because you feel motivated, you feel ready to go. And if you just can hold on to this motivation every single second of your day, you would be an unstoppable being. And that's right. I mean, if you were motivated every single day, day in and day out, you would be unstoppable. You would be a millionaire. You would achieve those dreams, be in the NFL, whatever that dream is that you have, you would probably accomplish it. But that's the most unrealistic thing that you could think. And that's not for me to attack you and say that, oh, you're dumb or stuff like that, because I feel fault in that. I always think that I need to have this motivation, this driving factor for every single thing I do. And it ends up being the crippling portion of any project that I take on, that I say, oh, I'll do it when I get motivated. Oh, when I have the motivation, I can get to this. Oh, if only I had your motivation, I could do these things. And it makes me upset because this whole journey that I'm on, the whole project that I'm doing has absolutely nothing to do with motivation. As David Goggins says, motivation is a feeling that comes and it goes. When you wake up in the morning and everything feels dandy, Merry Christmas, you're good to go. You can accomplish it. But what do you do when the day gets hard? And you can't rely on motivation. And you can't move forward. And it feels like every single step you take is like you're fighting headfirst into the wind, going the wrong direction. In the book Man Up by Bedros Keuilian, the founder and CEO of FitBody Bootcamp, he describes that things in life are not due to motivation, that motivation is a weakness, a hindrance. If you feel like you need to feel motivated every single day to get things done, then you're not doing it right and you're not doing it for the right purposes. Now, I am working on my discipline. And discipline to me is the biggest way of having self-love, because if you have discipline, that means you're doing things that are hard, that are uncomfortable, that are unconventional to make sure that things are going the way that you want it to, that you're successfully going out and trying to achieve your dreams. And 99% of the time, it's not what you want to do. It's not comfortable. It's not easy. And one of the people that I consider a mentor, even though I've never met him before, but Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, if you haven't heard of him, it's kind of hard that you haven't. He's absolutely everywhere. But he talks about the fact that people don't do what they want to do, and that they feel like they have to be motivated and they have to be good to go, but that you have to be willing to, and this is a quote, you have to be willing to eat shit for years and just live in the trenches and work hard if you want to get those dreams, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be an actor, if you want to do anything that isn't just the conventional 9-to-5 job. But that's also okay. People can aspire to just have a 9-to-5 job. It's up to you. I know my parents have done it. They've been oddly successful, maybe even outliers, but that doesn't mean that it's meant for everybody. But it also doesn't mean that everybody has that passion, that drive to move forward into self-discipline and make sure that they are on top of themselves, pushing themselves, not because they feel like it, but because they want what they want to get, that they want to push through these barriers, that they want to go through it, and that it does not matter how hard things get, how difficult things are, how much everybody hates you, everybody thinks that you're dumb and going in the wrong direction, that all that matters is that you are set up for yourself. Because if you rely on motivation, this magical word that we've given 1,000 different representations and this happy connotation that you have to be motivated to get work done, you have to be motivated to do something, you have to be motivated. The origin of the word motivate is to have a motive, a reason. But somewhere along the timeline, we've developed it into a thing where motivation is work. Motivation is the driving factor. Motivation is what gets things done. When that couldn't be more backwards, you're supposed to have a motive. And I refer to that as my why. Why I get things done, my deep intrinsic value that I have in order to accomplish stuff, the reason why I do my things. And it doesn't motivate me, it doesn't get me going, but I know what I have to do in order to get things done, in order to fulfill my why and to give myself a feeling of purpose. And I struggle with this too. it's such a bad parasite, because you feel like, oh, you can go on the internet and you can research 1,000 different things that are saying, oh, you can do this, achieve your dreams, motivational speaker this. That's why I hate when people say, oh, Daniel, you could be a motivational speaker, you know what to say. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be just someone that's spitting out stuff for you to feel good in the moment, and then you get home and you don't do any of the tasks, you don't do any of the things you do, but you feel good, you feel confident in that, you feel happy and good, but it doesn't get you anywhere. See, when I train, when I push myself, when I do these things, I don't go into a place of, oh, just go one more, you got this, things are good and beautiful. I go into a dark place in my head. But going to that dark place is important, because it's not motivation, it's you. It's talking to yourself and saying, hey, we've got a long road ahead of us. We just started this workout. We just started this venture. Everybody's already doubting you. But you know what you're gonna do. You know what you gotta get done, so let's just go through it. And it's that conversation, that constant communication of discipline, 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 be on your task. That's what gets me going. That's what drives me forward. Motivation is nice. Maybe I watch a motivational video. Maybe you listen to something. It gives you just a little bit of that kick in the butt to keep on going. But to rely on it every single second of every single day to get you from point A to point B is ludicrous. And I want to do away with it. This whole idea of motivational porn is just a circle of, I don't feel motivated, I'm gonna watch a motivational video. Now I feel like I already got the reward because I watched it, because I'm pumped and ready to go. And then a week later you fall off on all the tasks you're doing. It's about what you want to do, about who you want to be. Emotions are one of the biggest parts of our lives. They are in fact one of the things that develop who we are. And to come from a culture or parents who don't actually understand the value of emotions, and who, my dad said himself, he wishes that he was someone that was a little bit more emotional, because by the time he's on his deathbed, he's probably going to look back and think that he should have been more vulnerable. He should have been more open. And motivation is an emotion. But at the same time, you can't let your emotions take control over you. Because if you let emotions dictate every single thing you do in your life, you've lost. Because it's winning that fight inside of your head. It's constantly me fighting this battle against the Daniel that wants to be comfortable, wants to feel good, wants to have all those endorphins running and getting good, versus the Daniel that's saying, you got to get through this, man. It doesn't matter how long it takes, how hard it takes, how far you have to push, how long that you have to be in the dirt, that you got to figure this shit out. And so motivation is a beautiful, chaotic disaster. It's an art form. It makes you feel great. It makes you feel good. But I don't want you to come off of this video feeling motivated, inspired, like, oh, let's go. No. I want you to come off this video understanding that everybody, every single person has shit that they need to work out and that they need to figure out. And that if you don't take the time to be alone, to talk to yourself, to have that mental conversation about pushing yourself to the next level and figuring out what you got to do to get better and achieve whatever it is you want to do. I want to travel. I want to finish the Ironman. I want to become financially independent. I want to start my own company. Okay, good, great. Watching a video isn't going to get me there. What is hard work, dedication, and figuring it out. But I also know if I ever want to stay at a 9-to-5 job, which there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody says that there's a really big deal, like, oh, you shouldn't work a 9-to-5. If you're happy with it, be happy. I want you to be happy with what you want to do. If you want to work at a consulting agency as an accountant, go to school, do that. If you don't, follow what you want to do, figure it out. But do not rely on the motivation, that inside voice in your head saying, oh, you can do this. Rely on yourself telling you that you have to do this, that these aren't options, that you have to get your shit done. And you come out the other side a bigger, better person. So, if you made it to the end of the video, I hope that any of this made sense. We're still figuring out how to talk on camera. You can feel more than free to subscribe, please. It'd be cool. I just want to see how many people I can help out. That's really all I care about. If you don't want to subscribe, don't. If you want to leave a like, do it. If you want to leave a comment, do it. I just want to see if I can help people out. That's all I care about, being able to help people. And also, yeah, just thank you. I love you guys. Take care.